Man, I just wanted to get on. I had to get on and kind of have a conversation about the ongoing New Orleans and Baton Rouge and who influenced what and woo the woo. I got a unique perspective because I was born in New Orleans and I spent the first 11, 12 years of my life there. So, and I lived most of my life in Baton Rouge. I also lived in Hammond. You know what I'm saying? So I done lived around Louisiana, so I get the mindset that goes into a lot of these cities. I think when you get opinions of cities, you can tell when a lot of time haven't been spent in the city based on some of the opinions. But I think overall, the topic was like the New Orleans influence on Baton Rouge. Just the issue where things get taken out of context. To a Baton Rouge person, it's taken as a backhanded compliment when you be like, yeah, Baton Rouge got it popping, but you're saying you're influenced by New Orleans. I feel like the whole world has been and still is being influenced by New Orleans. That's not a thing. I don't think that's debatable. But the thing Baton Rouge is saying that Baton Rouge, the majority of Baton Rouge influence is from Baton Rouge. It's from within that culture, right? Just like the New Orleans influence is from within their culture. Now, everybody has outside influence. You grow up, you watching TV, you see things, grills from Houston, certain shit Cali influence, like certain shit New York influence. Niggas be wearing Timbs and shit. So it's influences everywhere. But the meat, the basis of the influence is I feel like in both cities is from within the city, right? Especially, now with the Baton Rouge sound. It's been a fucking 2-decade run. You know what I'm saying? For Baton Rouge bubbling nationally and things of that nature. But let's go back. You had everybody know the big elephant in the state is cash money and no limit, right? But at some point we kind of gotta. I get it, but at some point we kind of just gotta stop the cash money and no limit shit. It's kind of like but cash money and no limit was like the biggest shit for a lot of us growing up. But y'all do realize it's 2026. They got some kids who don't know that era. So when you say that it's influenced by that, they'll be like, "What are you talking about?" You see what I'm saying? Because they'll see Wayne, but Wayne wasn't really NO at that point. That some of these younger kids saw Wayne. You know what I'm saying? The Hot Boys dismantled in '01. Wouldn't No Limit run kind of ended. Not too far after, give or take some years. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if you got a 26-year-old, 25-year-old, shit, they really wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, seeing that shit like that. They start seeing Wayne when he was popping in Miami Wayne and shit. So, but yes, the Hot Boys was like a fucking black Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. These niggas was big and No Limit was huge. No Limit used to be all on wrestling and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yes, the influence was there, but that Baton Rouge influence, that become mostly from the sound within the culture. Cause you gotta understand, Bleed got the popping it off around 98. CeeLo was already doing this thing. Max, Boosie. You had a lot of people already underground within Baton Rouge that the world may not have known about, but this was already bubbling within the culture. Then when them pills really got to going, that's the culture. You got then two things, and we talking hip hop culture. When the area codes changed and Baton Rouge got their own area code at 225, that low key coincided the same year Bleed dropped that album, My Balls and My Word. The area code change was later in the year, but you got the area code change, and a few years later, you got these pills. So now it was repping that 225. They're repping their own shit. They got their own identity. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that kind of get thrown back and forth with this conversation. One of the things from you'll see people from New Orleans say is, Baton Rouge is the country. Trust me, facts. I don't even think a BR person should take that as some kind of super offensive thing. Like, I judge cities by their downtowns. If you go downtown New Orleans, you go downtown Baton Rouge, it's different. If you go downtown Baton Rouge and low key downtown anywhere else in the state, it's different. So it's levels to country, but it's country. But guess what? This bit the most country. This is the most popping country city in the United States. It's a college town. Southern, LSU, big brand colleges, right? It's a college town. It's not when you compare it to New Orleans, they got professional sports teams and things of that nature, stadiums and arenas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the flip side, you'll have some people from Baton Rouge, but I usually see it from other parishes, other cities in the state, where they kind of get more offended with the New Orleans whole New Orleans thing. I'm from New Orleans, I'm not from Louisiana. That's a mindset. How you gonna get mad with a nigga that's how they feel? They're not like the rest of Louisiana at all. It's nothing. Mardi Gras essence, tourism, all this Super Bowls go to this bitch, bro. Super Bowls go to this bitch. Like, it's nothing like the rest of Louisiana. That's not even yeah, they might be country to, you'll hear LA or New York say New Orleans country, but guess what niggas call New Orleans, Louisiana? The city. The only city parish in the state. So, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them two things could be true, and a lot of people just talk with their feelings. On the cool, respect the Lafayette, Shreveport, Hammond. But low key, other than that, man, hey, it's certain towns you can't say that New Orleans like the rest of the state, dog. Like, it's no, like, bro, like, respectfully, if the town got a civic center, dog, we not like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. It don't have to be all, you know what I'm saying? But nah, I think the main point of contention is like Baton Rouge done had this big popping musically for a nice little run because it's been I don't want to say a passing of the torch, but a taking of the torch. You had your trill movement, right? And let me go back. The No Limit and Cash Money umbrella is so big, and you got so many legendary people, producers, artists, CEOs from both camps that come out. It seemed like everything got tentacles from No Limit and Cash Money in New Orleans, musically, right? And I know they got other artists that then came outside there, like example, Rifle 9, shit like that. But the Baton Rouge, what it seemed like is that you had Trill, which was a huge movement. You got legends who came from that umbrella, but you got other labels and people who done got it popping who came from other entities within the city, right? And got it popping. And so it come off like, yes, New Orleans had an influence, but Baton Rouge had its own little thing brewing for a long time. And I got an analogy. It come off when niggas say it in a certain way. It come off like, oh yeah, I see that little music shit y'all doing. We know in Louisiana when nigga put Lil in front of something, and it might be nationwide, but when nigga put Lil in front of something, they trying to diminish what you're doing. It's like the nigga who D-boy, right? Who had everything on lock, but you had all the whatever your choice of dope was, but you got all the money, you got the girls, you got the cars, but you got a youngster down the street who seeing this and like who is influenced by that, who like, man, I won't shine like that. Right? Boom, big dog get locked up. He do some years, he away. The youngster done grew up. And the youngster had it in him. He wanted to shine like that, but I'ma sell something different. I'ma do it a little different. I'ma do it in a little different way. Now he done got his shit up. Now he up. Now he the big dog now. Or he popping. He the popping one now. Let's say it like that. Right? OG get out. Now OG looking like, man, that nigga got that from me. You saying it in a way to kind of diminish what what dude doing, but it's like, yeah, he got the inspiration from you, but he's selling a whole different product. He got his own method to it. He got his own sauce. He running it a whole nother way. You heard me? That's kind of how this shit is. So, like I say, once that area code changed and them pills hit, bitch, it was up. It was up in BR. Nah, that's not to say that New Orleans don't have no deep, like straight artists and shit. But what people don't realize in the argument is that New Orleans got it popping right now in a whole different lane. New Orleans got the fashion lane. You got like your M lines, your 7th Avenue, your stupid little bitch, right? You got the comedy, Rob Kaiser, Corey with a K, that type of, viral comedy, the way comedy is done in this era. You got that, Mario P, right? They got the media. You got your no rap cap. You got your Gangster Williams, from your OG Murders. They got the media personalities. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really like that in BR. You know what I'm saying? So they ahead in another area right now. That's what's going on. And BR just happened to have the biggest artists in the game. And the thing about the BR artists, like Wayne was so big, niggas know, everybody know Wayne from New Orleans, but Wayne kind of moved and at a point he came off like an alien and not a New Orleanian. Them niggas who blow from Baton Rouge, they sound like they from Baton Rouge still. They use Baton Rouge lingo, they do Baton Rouge dances, they embody the culture of Baton Rouge. That's the difference. And they project that on the big stage. That's the difference, right? But I think mainly, bro, the thing people miss in this whole argument is both cities have the same attitude about their city. Both cities have the same attitude about their city. Like Baton Rouge don't feel like no that time where Baton Rouge looked up to New Orleans in a certain way been gone. Baton Rouge don't feel like they know little brother, don't feel like they know little cousin, no matter the size, no matter the resource, none of that. They don't feel like no little nothing to nobody. They fucking with BR. And New Orleans the same way. New Orleans like, bitch, we the city, we ain't like nothing in this state. I'm fucking with New Orleans. That's how it go. You know what I'm saying? But who am I to think? Y'all let me know if I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like two things can be true and everybody embrace what it is. But some cities can't talk about these cities. Let's go.